Well met, I am Francie and today we're going to talk about Cairne Bloodhoof and his son Baine. Now, in order to explain the death rattle, we're going to have to talk about the story of Cairne's passing. Now, that story takes place after the war in Northrend is over, when the Alliance and the Horde sign a temporary peace treaty so that they can both recover from their losses. Meanwhile, Troll decides to go to Outland in order to get in touch with the elements after a series of anomalies take place in Azeroth. Cairne is displeased because Troll lets Garrosh in charge with the Horde. He lets Garrosh be the temporary war chief. Now, Cairne doesn't mind Garrosh. He thinks that Garrosh is a good fighter, but not exactly a wise leader. Meanwhile, the orcs are in terrible shape because their homelands, Durotar and the Barrens, don't really have many resources and they're running low on food for their youths. So they are highly dependent on their trades with the Night Elves in Ashenvale. Now all the problems start when a group of reckless orcs decide to slaughter a group of Night Elf sentinels. So then the Night Elves get infuriated and they remove access for the Horde to the trades. So now the Horde is really desperate. Meanwhile, a group of Tauren druids decide to meet up with a group of Night Elf druids because they have deeper connections, and pretty much everything is going well until they all get slaughtered. And everybody is infuriated because now the Horde has no access whatsoever to the market. And everybody thinks that Garrosh is behind all this, including Cairne. He also thinks that Garrosh is behind the slaughters. So Cairne decides to challenge Garrosh to a duel with the condition that if Garrosh loses, he's going to have to resign. And Garrosh only accepts the condition with the duel with the condition that it's going to be won by the old ways, to death. Now, before a Magora, a traditional duel, two shamans have to bless each fighter's sword. What Garrosh did not know is that when the shaman pours the elixir on the weapon, he has to lay it by hand. And it did not look suspicious to him when Magata, his shaman, just dropped it from a battle. Now, if he knew what she had done there, he would have killed her right away. Now, he also didn't know that Magetta had a tumultuous relationship with Cairne along the years, and she has been plotting for ages to take control over the Taurens, as she was the leader of a Tauren shaman tribe, the Green Totems. And she saw in Garrosh a great occasion and a great opportunity to get what she wants. During the duel, Cairne puts up an amazing fight, but he dies from a fairly weak blow because the weapon was poisoned. And when messengers are being sent to Baine to let him know the news, Magetta is already planning a surprise attack to all Tauren settlings. And she mainly wants to kill Baine, but fortunately there's one that betrays Magetta in the Grim Totems and lets Baine know the news. And he gets to flee and he gets to find refuge and guidance in Jaina Proudmoore, in Terramore Isle. He also finds Anduin Rinder, who is also a refugee after he had been held by Moira in Ironforge. They actually become friends quite easily because they both share a great fear. They are both scared that they might not end up as good leaders as their fathers did. They had both lived their entire lives in their father's shadow. And before Baine goes back to Mulgore to get Thunder Bluff back from Magetta, Anduin decides to give Baine a mace as a gift and a token of their newly made friendship. Baine manages to take over Thunder Bluff again with the help of many goblins, trolls and orcs who were really dedicated to Cairne. Another important fact why he manages to take the city back is that Magetta was relying on Garrosh for defense, but obviously Garrosh did not want to help her after she had stained his honor. Now, Baine had the Grim Totems at his hand. He could have and he would have killed them all, but he decided to act wiser and to show mercy, just like his father would have. He was determined to do everything just like he thinks his father would. Now, he decides to let the Grim Totems repent for their actions and to join the community. And the ones that stayed loyal to Magetta were exiled along with her to the unwelcoming mountains of Stone Talon. After that, Baine goes to Orgrimmar to pledge Tauren's allegiance to the Horde, which surprises Garrosh, because Garrosh expected Baine to challenge him and to try to kill him to avenge his father. But Baine decided to do what he thought was best for the Taurens and for the Horde, which is what would have made Cairne very proud. So yeah, this is what the Hearthstone card wants to show. It wants to show that Baine overcame his fears and he ended up just as good a leader as his father was. Now if you have any further questions, you can ask me here in the comment box, or you can add me on Skype. You can ask me any question and I will call you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. I am Francesca. Do subscribe.